Interviewing witnesses. Some countries have taken steps to improve the interviewing of witnesses, especially those who may have been victims of serious crimes. Interviewers must first build a good relationship with the child, but not in a way that could be seen as unfair, influencing what the child might say. A good interviewer lets witnesses talk freely about what they remember before asking them questions. Interviewers who are not trained tend to ask questions that stop witnesses from telling their stories freely. The MOGP said that open questions should be asked first, followed by specific questions, then closed questions. Closed questions have a list of possible answers, but they risk leaving out the right answer or suggesting an answer that makes more sense than the others. The English and Welsh government updated their 1992 guidance document in 2002. This big update is called Achieving Best Evidence in Criminal Proceedings, Guidance for Vulnerable and Intimidated Witnesses, including Children. Criminal psychologists wrote it at the University of Leicester School of Psychology, led by Professor Graham Davies. Psychologists have found ways to help people remember as much as possible about events. One of the most important ways is conducting a cognitive interview. Interviewers need to act in a way that encourages the interviewee to think hard and do most of the talking. Many studies have shown that the CI method helps people remember more. Questioning in court. Criminal courts are an important place where supposed witnesses, victims, and suspects are also questioned. Few studies have been done on this topic because it is hard to study. One of the first published studies examined how child witnesses were questioned in criminal courts. In New Zealand, for example, transcripts of 20 child sexual abuse trials showed that defense lawyers' cross-examinations had more leading or suggestive questions. Cross-examinations have more yes or no questions, but fewer open questions, which let the witness tell a story that isn't suggested by the question. Another study found similar information for normal alleged adult rape victims. It also looked at transcripts of trials where the alleged victims were adults with learning disabilities who can have trouble understanding questions and saying no to suggestive questions. Conclusions. In this chapter, we look at the work of criminal psychologists and others that advises on how to talk to suspects, witnesses, and victims. But in only a few countries, governments and other relevant groups support this advice. Others don't seem to know what can be done, which is a shame.